Up. There we go. On the right of the screen, we have just witnessed a kill, folks. There is a woodland kingfisher with a scorpion. It looks like it's got quite a thin tail. He's busy beating the scorpion. It looks like a bark scorpion, but I can't clearly see the color. The tail's not very thick. Oh my word, folks. Stick with us and we'll show you some fantastic stuff. Look at that. He's probably going to subdue that scorpion and then maybe feed it to his mate that is standing there very expectantly looking for a little meal. The scorpion is looking like it's losing it's dropped to the ground. But don't worry, the Woodland Kingfisher is a very good flyer. Down he goes to retrieve it. He's just perched on the branch above. Oh, has he lost it now? What a silly boy. No, he's got it. Have you got him again there, VM? He's reclaimed his prize and going to beat it until the scorpion is in submission. Doesn't want to be stung by that sting. Look at that maneuverability. It's always amazed me with the kingfishers. I've watched the active fish-eating kingfishers that can swivel a slimy fish around in its beak like that, end over end over end, smashing against a branch until it's able to swallow it whole. But I think that is phenomenal stuff. How they're able to hold that in there, how they're able to turn it around. I think the scorpion is dead, but he's just making sure. If any of you have grabbed a fish in your life and tried to hold it with your hand, it's very difficult, and these birds are able to do that. They've got little ridges on the inside of the beak that enable them to hold their food. Obviously, you don't want to put a live animal because they're going to swallow it directly. Is it going to go down? Oh, still thinking about the direction. Very interested. Where's he going to go with this? Now, as we know this time of year, he's given it to his girlfriend or possibly his wife. The sting is off of the scorpion now, so the dangerous part is gone. And there we go. He said, "Thank you, ma'am." Oh, she's not happy. She's going to beat a little bit more. A little bit of tenderized steak there for you folks. One of the pincers has even fallen off. The scorpion is beyond dead, but often what these birds will do is try and beat it into a piece that's big enough to swallow, because that might be a little bit big to swallow. This is awesome. Healthy Mice is asking a question: are kingfishers immune to scorpion venom? I don't know. I've never actually seen a kingfisher eating a scorpion. This is for me a first, but you know, a lot of animals do build up immunity to scorpion venom. I don't know of many birds that have been able to do so. I mean, I honestly don't know the answer to that. Maybe one of the other viewers out there might have an answer. It would be great to know. But there are certain mammals that have built up immunity, certain mongooses. The honey badger certainly doesn't have any sort of adverse effects to the venom. But what's interesting and what's important to notice is the size of those pincers. The pincers were very big and the tail was very thin. So this scorpion is not a highly venomous scorpion. So even if it did sting something the size of a bird, it probably wouldn't do too much effect. Like if you look at those guys who go to the gym who have very big arms and small legs because of the way they gym, they're definitely not going to kick you. They're going to punch you. In this case, the scorpion with very big pincers and a small tail is not going to sting. It's more likely going to try and grab and tussle. Often the sting in those scorpions is primarily there to use in mating rituals, to maybe calm the female down if she's getting a bit feisty, because scorpions are renowned for eating each other. There's very high cannibalism in scorpions, and if a male comes along and he's interested in mating and the female instead is interested in eating him, it helps to give her a little jab in the side to just calm her down so that the process can go on without him losing his head. But this is fantastic stuff. I wonder if she's going to, I say she just because the man did all the work and brought him the food. Beat it to a pulp. Everybody's encouraging to beat it to a pulp. I think it is beaten. Sorry about that, folks. I must have pushed a button on my mic there with my leaning over to grasp all of the action that's happening here. What all of you must realize is that the scorpion is an exoskeleton, so inside is already pulp. It is already very juicy inside. It's all just hemolymph. There's just liquid inside, fluid that everything passes through. It's actually quite soft in there already. It's just the outer carapace. Maybe they're trying to break through. Maybe they don't want to swallow this thing whole. I'm not sure. This is just... If he's got some meat there. We're watching woodland kingfishers with their own form of meat. Large and small, the predators are everywhere. Look at that juggling act. Come on. Oh, something fell out of the scorpion there. I don't know what that was, but it looked quite juicy. Yes. No, a little bit more. She really likes it tender. Really likes her meat tender. Okay, I think it's going to happen. Yeah, there it goes, folks. She's prepping it for the swallow. I once watched a giant kingfisher catch a fish that was as long as its body, and it beats it and beat it and beat it and then swallowed, and the tail was still sticking out, and then it would regurgitate it and then beat it again for about 5 minutes and then do the same thing over and over. We eventually left because we don't think he was ever going to... There we go. Here it's going. Oh. Now that's quite incredible, folks. That entire scorpion has just gone into the crop of the bird. And if you're not familiar with what a crop is, the crop is kind of like a little sac that's just below the throat, that quite often birds have stones inside, and or no, not the crop, but somewhere where they store the food, and that enables them sometimes to take it back to the nest, regurgitate it. Below the crop is having a little bit of a hard time swallowing that. A little bit of tail still in the back of the mouth, and then once it goes through the crop, it goes into the gizzard, which is a muscular cavity or sac that has some stones inside, and that helps to break down that before going into the stomach and going through proper digestion. It probably won't, the carapace probably won't all go through into the body, but who knows. This for me is a first, and you're seeing it live with us right here. VM on camera, and the woodland doing a bit of wiping. The job has been done. Fantastic. That's going to do her well for a little while. She's puffing up a bit. She's feeling quite relaxed and chuffed. That was a good meal indeed. Unbelievable. VM, have you seen that? You seen that before?